The Germans offered to pay 100 billion gold marks as war reparation. The United States was not interested in playing global role or any role in European politics. In 1937, Japan invaded China and seized Beijing. In 1938, Prime Minister Chamberlain concluded the Munich Pact with Germany. In 1939, Hitler invaded Czechoslovakia. In September 1940, Japan also joined the Axis powers. In September 1940, London was bombed mercilessly. In June 1941, the German army invaded Russia. German forces under General Rommel were remarkably successful in occupying North Africa rapidly. The Chinese army under Chiang Kai-shek retreated to the west to the hilly country from where they continued to fight the Japanese. Shakespeare's play The Merchant of Venice clearly depicts the dislike and distrust of Jews among the people. The UN adopted the historic charter on 10 December 1948, which is globally observed as Human Rights Day. A major outcome of the Holocaust was the creation of the State of Israel as a homeland for the Jews. The International Labour Organization (ILO) is located at Geneva. The Declaration of the United Nations was accepted by all the 26 countries which fought against the Axis power. The IFC mainly functions with private enterprises in developing countries. The Labour Party promised to undertake steps to look after the people from the cradle to the grave in Britain. The League of Nations was set up on the initiative of President Woodrow Wilson of the United States. The currency of Germany became practically worthless after World War I. Adolf Hitler was able to exploit the general discontent among the Germans. Hitler came to power in 1933. The first years of the World War II were a time of spectacular successes of the German army. Hitler wanted to force Britain to accept his proposals for peace. President Roosevelt started the Lend-Lease program in 1941. German army wanted to exploit the oil resource of Russia. Stalingrad was a large industrial city producing armaments and tractors. Japan attacked American naval installations in Pearl Harbor without warning. As a top-secret project, the US developed an atomic bomb more powerful than conventional explosives. Major issues and conflicts are discussed in the Security Council. The International Court of Justice is the judicial wing of the United Nations. In the 1960s, decolonization was an issue of the world. Soft loans are given at very low rates of interest for a period of 50 years. International Monetary Fund now has a membership of 189 countries. World War I was fought from 1914 to 1918. World War II was fought from 1939 to 1945. Germany's allies were Italy and Japan. World War II. The World War I was also referred to as the Great War or the War to End All Wars. When Italy invaded Ethiopia, Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia appealed to the League of Nations. Britain and France declared war on Germany in September 1939. By 1941, all of mainland Europe till the Russian frontier was under the Axis powers. Russians consider the Battle of Stalingrad to be one of the greatest battles of their Great Patriotic War. The Allied forces under General Montgomery counterattacked and defeated the German and Italian forces. Mussolini was thrown out and the new government of Italy surrendered to the Allies in 1943. Mussolini was killed in 1945 by Italian partisans. Beijing had traditionally been the capital of China. In 1944, the combined British and Indian armies pushed Japanese out of Burma and liberated Malaya and Singapore. As the Japanese still refused to surrender, another atom bomb was dropped on Nagasaki. During the Nazi rule, nearly 6 million Jews were killed in extermination camps. The UN efforts to protect human rights on a global basis resulted in the constitution of UN Commission on Human Rights. The joint declaration issued by the US and Britain in 1941 is known as the Atlantic Charter. The Charter of the United Nations was signed on June 26, 1945 by 51 nations. The General Assembly is the body of UN in which each member state is represented. The UN Security Council has 15 members. The International Development Agency also lends money to governments for developmental activities. The International Monetary Fund was primarily the brainchild of Harry Dexter White and John Maynard Keynes. Due to the non-interventionist attitude of the Allied nations, the League remained an ineffectual international body. Britain was facing massive unemployment by the general strike of 1926. Prime Ministers Baldwin and Chamberlain did not feel justified in intervening in a region which was not officially in their sphere of interest. World War II was fought on two distinct fronts, Europe and the Asia Pacific. The German army followed tactic of lightning stroke to storm into various countries. A major outcome of the Holocaust was the creation of the State of Israel. The UN Secretariat is headed by the Secretary General. The ECOSOC, Economic and Social Council, is the fifth organ of the UN. In 1942, the report known as the Beveridge Report was published in the United Kingdom, which proposed a series of welfare resources. German war planners hoped to achieve that end with Fall Blue or Operation Blue. The Allies faced many reverses in the Pacific region because of their inadequate preparation. After World War II, world was polarized into too many blocs led by the United States and Soviet Russia. In the process of decolonization, India was the first to independencies. General de Gaulle, Dunkirk, Blitz, Battle of Britain, Royal Air Force, Spitfires and Hurricanes, Lend-Lease, $46.5 billion, El Alamein, North Africa, Charles Malik, Lebanon, P.C. Chang, China, John Humphrey, Canada, René Cassin, France, Gunnar Myrdal, eminent.